Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, the Creative Welshman, and I'm here to give you an update on the Rippaverse lawsuit that started way back in the summer this year, when Good Shepherd decided to file a suit against Eric July and the Rippaverse for a trademark dispute. Now, a bit of context. The problem, as far as I can tell, was that some people were getting confused over does the International School of Ministry have anything to do with the Isom comics? The simple answer is no, not actually. But because US trademark law is a little sort of stupid, skew-with, and written by people who don't quite understand how laws should be written, which is fair for everyone, Good Shepherd were forced to file suits to defend their trademark. Yeah, you actually have to file a lawsuit to defend your trademark. Good Shepherd and Eric July and his legal team at the Rippaverse entered talks, some disagreements about some of the terms. Not 100% sure on what the disagreement was about. But after a bit of back and forth behind closed doors, they seem to have come to an agreement that both parties are willing to settle on. So here's a statement for Baron Gilfillan. Am I saying that right? Probably not. Who is the founder of the International School of Ministry, which uses the acronym Isom as its branding. And you can see where the dispute all comes from. It says, announcing a settlement between Good Shepherd and Eric July and its Rippaverse LLC. Isom trademark lawsuit updates. It is with a sense of joy and relief that we at Good Shepherd Ministries announce that we have fully resolved our disputes with Mr. Eric July and its Rippaverse companies. This is being announced during this season where we celebrate God sending His Son to resolve a major issue between Him and humankind. Not that the two events are in any way compatible, but the desire to reconcile is the appropriate analogy. Actually, if you ask biblical scholars, Christ was not born during Christmas during the Christmas season, but probably would have been late summer, early autumn, given how the shepherds were behaving in the story of in the story of how Jesus Christ was born. Yeah, not during the winter, late summer, early fall. But that's a minor tangent. Both Mr. July and I, Rev. Baron Gilfillan, are people who profess a Christian faith, and we both ultimately answer to one master, Jesus Christ. No, I don't think he would want you to call him your master. I think he'd believe more in all men are born equal and all that, but agree to disagree. It is therefore right that we've come to the table and discussed very real issues and find ways that are mutually acceptable to resolve them. Unfortunately, this had to play out in a very public way in an ultra-polarized social and political environment. Basically, detractors hate a black guy for being successful at making a comic book company, and they're getting teed off with sort of like how all this is played out. Actually, I'll say my thoughts on that later, but they just really, really hate Eric July for some strange reason. And it's unfortunate that Good Shepherd Ministries got caught up in all this nonsense. So what was I? It is somewhat miraculous that, despite all the hateful rhetoric online and the thousands of hours of other negative online commentary, reason and commonality prevailed. Yes, because when you actually act like a bloody adult, and you sit down and you talk things out, you realise, wait, this is really, really stupid. Why are we acting like children? Why don't we just talk things out like adults? I wish more people did that. We'd have a lot less wars in the world then. But that's just wishful thinking. We are grateful to Mr. July and all the lawyers involved for their attention to detail, their willingness to create a legitimate separation in our names and branding, and for the countless hours both sides put into the negotiations. In the end, a willingness to find a solution drove us to mutually acceptable agreements. We look forward to going on with this issue resolved in each of our separate lanes, and we wish Mr. July and the Rippaverse fans a wonderful Christmas and blessings in 2024 and beyond. Such as a statement by Mr. July. Yeah. Basically, they came to an agreement. They looked at things rationally, and they were able to find a way for both companies to do business without being tied to each other. Which is what Eric wanted, and which is what Good Shepherds wanted. Because they did not want to be associated with all that hateful rhetoric that the no-life loser detractors who, for whatever reason, hate the Rippaverse seem to bring with them. Now, what did they settle on? Well, coming from Eric July, they did not have to pay anything except for their own legal fees. So, no licensing. No. They don't have to pay a licensing cost or anything to use the Iceland brand. And they don't have to change the name of the comic series. And here's my theory why. Good Shepherd filed a trademark for the acronym ISOM, which stands for International School of Ministry. And Eric July is using ISOM, the name. And it's actually a very common name which can be found in the Bible. Strange that. Since they're both Christians and all that. That should have been very obvious. It's also still a commonly used name in today's world. Mostly in sort of like African communities and all that. So obviously there was a distinction right from the start. Acronym versus name. And the common names cannot be trademarked under US copyright law or trademark law. I mean, Nintendo couldn't really trademark the term Super Mario or copyright the name because Mario is a very common name in Italy. But the style of branding, yeah, they can trademark that. They can patent the character designs. And, this is something that people have to be aware of, sort of going forward, with copyright and trademark laws. And if you really, really do sort of look into it, it gets really, really weird fast. I mean, he even trademarks smells. Imagine somebody trying to trademark the smell of their own farts. But anyway. The Item Comics are not changing their branding. And Good Shepherd and the Rippaverse crew are going to work hard, presumably, going into the future, to create further distinctions between the legal brandings. I mean, even if Eric July couldn't do Item Comics anymore, he could do an Item TV show. As far as I'm aware, Good Shepherd don't have the trademark rights to Item animations. But I'm digressing here. Nothing's changing, they both settled, they paid their legal fees, both parties are happy, and the haters are having an aneurysm over this because it's not going how they thought it would go. And I've been refraining from commenting on this because I don't want to attract that kind of viewership onto my channel. Even though I really do need viewership. I do need to build a brand and all that. But I don't want to do one built on the foundations of hatred and pointless dramas. It's not what I want. You know, I'm middle-aged, I'm in my 30s. I can't really get engaged with drama anymore, which is apathetic to all of it, and why do I want to invite that into my life when I don't have to? But I am commenting on it now because it's over. And to be honest, it's the best case scenario. I mean, if this went to court, well, I really hate to see what the outcome for that is. But regardless, both parties are probably going to end up with a massive bill, and nobody wants that, to be honest. So it's great that they both settled, but idiots don't seem to understand that settling doesn't mean losing. And they refuse to acknowledge that Eric July did not lose. Why are they so against a black guy being successful? I don't know. And it's sad. These people are really bloody sad. And it's Christmas of all time. It's Christmas. It should be a time of joy and festivities. Spending time with family. I mean, grateful for all the things you had in the year. And I suppose if you want to believe the Catholic propaganda, believing that was when Jesus Christ was born, when actually it was the 25th is when the Romans celebrated the birth of the Roman sun god. Yeah. Where do you think the Catholics got the idea of celebrating Christ's birthday from? But you believe what you want to believe. I'm just relaying the truth here. Actually, I did not lose. Settlement is a good thing. And we're going to continue getting Item Comics. Something that thousands of people have been enjoying over the last year or two. And we're going to get more next year. So remember, folks, to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Yeah, down below in the comment section. And remember that culture begins with you. See you next time. Bye.